Hi everyone, it is Fitz with your daily delivery. I'm back from vacation, but this one was recorded before. Light's still out. It will be out. I haven't done anything about it. But today's a topic that popped up last week, and El Camino Cat on our message boards at GoPowercat, one of our best posters, asks great questions for the podcast, posted the Kelly Ford head-to-head matchup rankings for the non-conference games involving the Big 12 schools and other Power 4 institutions. There's only 14 of them out of the 16 members because Kansas State and Arizona play each other in a non-conference game for the second straight year. I think it stinks, but they chose to do this. And while I was supportive of it, now I see the value that it would have if these teams were playing other opponents. In the 14 games, our friend Kelly Ford, who does an amazing job, has the Big 12 favored in only 6 of them. So there's some really key matchups here. And while there's only 3 games against the SEC, one of them is absolutely huge for me. I think it's enormous. And the Big 12 is favored in one of these 3 games. Arizona State goes to Mississippi State. They should win that. Auburn's favored over Baylor. And Kansas is a long shot at Missouri at only about 28%. I think that game's huge. And I think it's one that KU can win. If Jalen Daniels returns to form and doesn't turn the ball over, he could really be scary in this game. That's a huge one. There are 4 games against the Big Ten, and most of them are kind of up in that toss-up. Iowa and Iowa State is always a toss-up. Cyclones, you need to win this one, and you particularly need to win it if you lose to Kansas State in Dublin. You also have Utah going to UCLA. You really need Utah to step up on that one. And Cincinnati plays Nebraska, probably a Nebraska win. That is in Kansas City, I believe, which is kind of weird. And Oklahoma State goes to Oregon. Oklahoma State, according to Kelly Ford, has a 3% chance of winning. That would be huge if they did, but they're not going to. The rest of the games are against the ACC, which gives us some pretty darn good matchups. The biggest favorite in the league, though, is Stanford going to BYU. BYU's favored to win. The key games here, Georgia Tech go to Colorado. They have Georgia Tech as a favorite. Kelly Ford does, and I find that a little surprising. SMU goes to TCU, and SMU is favored just slightly, just a hair over 50% as the favorite there. UNC and UCF, interestingly enough, Bill Belichick and North Carolina play 2 Big 12 teams in the non-conference, and UCF is favored pretty well in this game. And then later on, we'll see TCU take on North Carolina, and North Carolina's favored in that one, I think. No, I'm sorry, it's TCU. And you got Baylor and SMU playing, along with TCU and SMU. It's just kind of an odd little mix. Big 12 needs to be good in the non-conference. Let's not mess around here, particularly in those SEC and Big 10 games. If the conference out of those 7 games can at least go 4-3, I think that's encouraging. Better would be, well, better. And then there's a slew of games against the ACC, 4 of which are North Carolina and SMU. How good is the ACC? Well, probably fairly comparable to the Big 12. These games are going to be nip and tuck all year long. The Big 12 can dominate the ACC, it says a lot. But again, let me remind you, out of the 14 games, Kelly Ford in his rankings, his ratings have the Big 12 only favored in 6. Go 500 or better? Well, it's kind of essential at this point for the growth of the conference.